somewhere around here.
The intercoastal bridge. The vehicle lost control and...
Off here?
Yeah, it looks like he went off into here.
Right before the
turnaround. Where is he?
Southbound.
What's happening right here?
We don't know. It was coming by on the freeway. We were fishing on the feeder road right past Red Dot.
Where did he go
off?
off?
A sports car. It looked like he went. They hit that wall hard and smashed it.
Did y'all see if it was a car or a truck?
Either a Mustang or a Charger.
It was on...
There's his markings.
Where you see it?
That looks like his markings right there.
In the sand?
Yep. That looks like his markings right there. I know who she is. Y'all guys gonna have to find him.
I don't honestly know how they could have.
I don't know how he could have
made it out of that. So hey guys, yeah, it was pretty crazy events. We were fishing for probably 4 hours, and around 1:30 in the morning, I guess when a lot of people decide to go home from the clubs, and given the fact that it's spring break down here on Padre Island, somebody was apparently speeding, either ran off the road, tried to overcorrect, hit the wall, but we never saw the car. A few people that were closer to where it occurred said they saw the car get back on the road, essentially destroyed, and take off driving. But from the looks of it, from what we saw, it looked like the car may have even gone into the water, but then we thought perhaps it was the headlights pointing towards the sand and then into the water that made us believe so. Our goal, of course, was to render aid if we had come across the accident. You know, being with a former Marine Corps member as well as a tow truck operator, we were really equipped probably as best possible to try to assist them before EMS, fire, and PD showed up. Apparently the people involved in the accident made it out safely, at least hopefully they did. Hopefully we didn't miss them and they're still out there. But guys, I know the story's a little anticlimactic. Probably the only thing I could say here is don't drink and drive, because that's probably what the cause of the accident was from. Now for some fishing clips. So I told you guys I'd do more fishing videos. I'm out here with Albert and his crew. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines out here. And I think they may have a couple more down. 2 minutes out, not even kidding you. And we caught a keeper redfish right there. 19.5 inches long. This guy really, really knows his stuff. Got you guys on camera, just so you know.
Yes, sir.
So how long? Not even 2 minutes out here?
Not even.
Got something on?
Yep. See, there's a couple ways to do this. One of the good ways is to go through that joint right here in the hind leg.
Okay.
And as you go through, when you hit your shell, you'll twist the hook back and forth, and as you see, it'll start to...
Oh, kind of worm its way through.
Well, yeah. If you don't do that, you'll crack the shell, and then it won't stay on the hook as easily.
That is solid advice, man.
Boom. Nice,
wow.
Nice clean one. And then what I like to do is I'll break off this end.
Come on, man.
There you go. The shell is actually pretty hard. Normally they're real easy to break off, but that gets the scent going and stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
What do you got going on over here?
We're actually putting an easy link on so we can change out leaders faster.
Okay, I got you.
It's making it a lot easier. Quick change. You want to go from your double drop rig that we're using, flipping it in through our loop there to the top. And afterwards, all we're going to do is get our swivel. We'll clip it right here and it'll just hang.
Okay.
Which these are 100-pound rated.
Okay. It just makes it quicker to switch gear, right?
Yeah, we can switch out faster, more efficient, cuts down on our time instead of having to tie a re-knot and re-loop it or whatever.
Perfect.
We just put that on, we can switch out to lures, leaders, whatever we like to.
And as you can tell, like you said, we use loops. We no longer use knots. It's all basically back braided into itself, and it goes clear, and you'll feel it. And it's right here.
Okay. Very cool, man.
And that is basically a Chinese finger cup.
Yeah.
Tighter you pull, tighter it gets.
It's awesome, man. It's the little things. You know, there's all sorts of people fishing up and down here that they may come out here thinking they know what they're doing, and a lot of times they're only catching because of luck.
Well, that's the nice thing. We like to share our knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we know, I picked up between 20 plus years of fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, between me and Albert, we probably got 40 plus years between us both.
This is the rig we're using. This is a three-way. This is our short. The reason we say short, because of the hook section. If I can get this untangled, I can show you. We got a short hook section, but a long section for our weight.
Yeah. Okay.
If it was our longs, it'd be the other way around.
This piece right here would be longer than this piece right here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, normally, on this one for the longs, this would be the weight section.
Okay.
Over here, and this will be the hook section instead.
Gotcha.
This be just reversed.
So how far out do you generally cast something like this?
It depends. If you're Albert, you try to feed the kids in other countries, which is normally about 100 yards, 100 to 180 yards. Out here today, we're doing probably about 140.
Okay. And that's really the benefit of the long poles, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And the heavier weights.
The heavier weights in the Alberts that we're using, they cast really, really smooth.
I gotcha.
Great retrieve, great casting. It's got that extra power if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're using everything from an SX Raptor to an LX Raptor. We have one T2 out here, which is an SX model.
You have any idea what the ratio was on the one I was using?
Which one? 6 to 4?
6 to 4? That thing was fast.
Yeah, it's real high speed because you even dump a gear. If you get into a real big one, you can dump that gear and just pull them right in if you need to.
Let me show you that right here. Basically all it is, this little button right here. Push it in, and it's just basically going to drop a gear.
Gotcha.
Whenever you don't need it, push it down just like that.
I'm learning a lot here, guys, because this is a different setup than I'm used to completely.
These Avids, just like Albert, I've fished with everything under the sun, from Penn to Newell, all of them. These are different between night and day, the whole 9 yards. It's just so much better, so much smoother, better retrieve, more drag.
Okay.
The little one puts out, basically the same drag as a 6-aught.
Okay.
And for being only yay big compared to a 6-aught being yay big, that's a tremendous amount of drag you're putting out. With Avid, we beat them up, drop them in the sand, they fall in the surf, and they still work perfectly.
And that's kind of the key. A lot of people will buy fishing reels not understanding that they may not even be rated for salt water.
Yeah.
And they take them out here, they bring them out one trip, they come back and all the ball bearings are rusted up.
Either seized up or you've stripped your gears out because you're out in the surf trying to bring in a 6-ounce weight.
Yep. And the people expect you guys to fix those too, don't they?
Yeah, a lot of times they want us in their reels. We have to explain to them, your reel is more geared for freshwater or river fishing. As to reels we're using, we can take them out here to the Gulf, use them there, here in the Laguna, or we can go up to Lake Mathis, and we can use them there for big cats and gar. And
so if I wanted to compare that to car and truck talk, it's almost like running your car through water, sucking it in, hydrolocking your engine, then taking it to a shop and saying, fix it for me.
Well, the best way for these, compare Avids to cars or trucks, gas and diesel.
Gotcha.
Diesel always has a more pulling power compared to your average, V8.
Guys, that's the analogy you're only going to get on my channel.
That's the best way to put it.
Yep. You have anything inspirational to say?
Another one.
Yeah.
Good sharp hooks allow you to penetrate without breaking the shell. You see, now I've gone through a hard shell without cracking it.
And that's a problem I actually used to deal with because I have fished with crab before and I always crack the shell. And then, of course, he has to rip it off so it spreads the scent.
Yep. And then the Redfish Live 3-way rig right there. This thing has done too many fish to name on camera. I don't think you have enough battery, but let's get after it.
If any of you guys in North Carolina see this thing, let me know.
Magnetic control on an SX Raptor. That's what helps us keep it from backlashing during cast.
Gotcha.
most shops around here, a lot of them don't do this unless you're into the big game offshore and stuff like that, where they actually will do it. Many of them will charge you to do knots like this.
And this is just because the chance of this knot failing is almost zero, right? Versus a traditional knot.
Exactly.
Actually, it's not going to fail. It'll break before it fails, right?
Exactly. These knots are 110% of the actual knot strength, or the line strength, so it actually increases instead of decreasing when you tie a knot.
Very cool, man. Just like splicing a winch line. That's crazy. Oh. Got one on?
Yep. No, little red.
There you go.
Little red. Top hook.
That'd be a record for me in Corpus.
What do you say, boss? 12, 13?
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah. Little trout.
Where'd you put your bone?
Nice little speckled trout. Look.
There you go.
I think that's a sandy, boss. Yep, sandy.
Dang, sand trout.
Hey, that's a keeper.
Good short bait.
Definitely good.
What's the
short bait.
minimum on that?
There is no minimum.
Oh, wow.
It's not a game
We
fish.
like these because for bull reds and shark, we brine them up and they'll actually stay real firm, and we'll use them later on. We'll throw them on whole or we'll portion them up, and just depending on how big of a bait they were hitting on that trip, this is gonna be a real good bait for later. So
Awesome, man.
this won't be saved. The only bad thing is we can't put it on the stringer because their lips aren't as thick as the black drum, and once we catch so many of them, they'll actually squeeze these right off the stringer.
Oh, wow.
So they just got to stay out in the cooler. See, as you notice, we don't jump on every single bite, but
Yeah.
that one pulled out a little bit of line.
And that's another thing a lot of guys do wrong. They go out and they see their line moving just a little bit and they quickly mess with it when the fish is probably just playing with it at this point, right?
Yep. See, I checked it, moved the weight just a little bit, but it'll be fine. He'll come back and hit that.